Yo, what's going on, guys? And today we'll be talking about the report that the Denver Nuggets are interested in Ty Jerome, which I love. And the Cavs are now almost as high of a payroll as the Boston Celtics, like 220 million in salary. Wow. And so they're over the second apron. And then you have yourself, of course, the Denver Nuggets, who are under the second apron, and they would be able to maybe get a move done. I've been told by my buddy Eric Pincus, you'll see in a video we're releasing, it's already released the long form, but I'll put the clip out soon, basically that Dario Saric could get traded and accept the buyout, or he might just pick up the option and then accept the buyout. So Chris Fedor of the Cleveland Plain Dealer says that the Denver Nuggets are reportedly interested in Ty Jerome, but they're more than likely going to be a first apron team. However, if they can get under, I believe we're going to call it $197 million. It's like 196 point something and change, might be 195. However, if they're able, let's say, to get off Dario Saric, maybe a Zeke Nnaji. In the video that I did with Eric, we talked about Peyton Watson, Zeke Nnaji, and Dario Saric are the guys that you would hope. Basically, Peyton Watson, because they don't have any draft capital, is the guy they would use as trade sweetener to move Dario Saric and Zeke Nnaji, or one of the two, which they need to go from 203 to 197, 196. It's about $7 to $8 million. If you can combine Saric and Watson, that would get you there, especially if you're getting maybe some second round pick compensation. And if the reason why they need to get under the first apron, which refers to the salary threshold where teams are restricted from engaging in certain player transactions. Now, if the Nuggets continue to be above the first apron, which is set above the luxury tax line, they face limitations on signing players via sign and trade and acquiring players through waivers and using trade exceptions. So that basically is a hard cap that restricts them from certain player transactions. And they are not able to acquire, let's say, Ty Jerome via the sign and trade if they are above that first apron. Now, in my opinion, I believe what they're going to have to do is move off of those contracts, then to be able to use an exception to sign Ty Jerome, probably to the tune of like a 3-year, I think it's $42 million deal. So that's what I have right there. It's got to be some sort of sign and trade. And to do that, they're going to have to get under the cap. And to get under the cap, they're going to have to trade Dario Saric and or Zeke Nnaji. And to move one of those players, you typically would send draft capital. But in this scenario, you don't have any draft capital if you're the Denver Nuggets. So you would use Peyton Watson, between Peyton Watson and Christian Braun, as they're both going to be extension eligible. Christian's the one that you're going to probably re-sign. Now, we could go into the nuance of Michael Porter Jr. being traded and that being the easiest route, but who are you going to replace Michael Porter Jr. with? It becomes a whole discussion and a litany of problems that are raised of trying to find another complimentary scorer who's going to be able to do what he does. So that's just my thoughts there.